Hello and welcome to Manifest with Shannon. Today's tarot reading, I'm going to be looking at the next chapter of your life. What's coming in. So we're looking probably at the next 6 months or so. We're at June, so I'm going into the next 6 months part of the year. But this is more like seeing what new chapter, like if you're reading the book of your life, what new chapter is coming. And so before you have 3 piles to choose from. And I chose one designer, one deck author for the 3. This is all by Chris Ann. I really love her work. She makes beautiful tarot cards, and the words, the descriptions, if you look inside the books, they're all really good and I really love them. This first one is the Curious Creatures Tarot. This one is the Muse Tarot, and finally we have Light Seers Tarot. So this is Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. So go ahead and take a moment to gaze upon the piles and see which one pulls you in. If more than one pile pulls you in, then there's probably more messages in the other ones as well. I will have the timestamps down in the description. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to and take as much time as you need. I will see you at your reading. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. This reading is going to talk about the next chapter of your life. And up here I have some oracle cards that we're going to get over to in a minute. But first we're going to look at your tarot. And the way the tarot is set up here, in the middle is you right now, where you currently are. These 2 cards have to do with your past. These are the next chapter coming up. And this is a guidance card going forward, and this is subconscious, something that you're unaware of. Now, okay. This reading is, take it as it resonates, because it's a group reading, so it's not going to be the same for everyone. So I'm going to have to interpret it in a few different ways, but the gist of this is those of you who've chosen this pile have been having some fun. You suffered a breakup. Now, either it was a breakup of a friend group, it was a breakup of a marriage. And the reason why I say this, over here we have the moon, but if it looks like she's wearing a wedding dress almost. And in your subconscious we have lover. So what I'm feeling here is, for many of you, this was a breakup of a big relationship. So it was a marriage or just a long-term relationship. Maybe you were very much in love with somebody and it ended for whatever reason. It could be a group of friends or a friendship that ended. It could be like a business partnership that you had. Some kind of a relationship or some kind of a situationship, like maybe you were in a job or you were in school, something ended, and here we have Fool 2.0 in this deck, is like you've already been through something and now you're starting over again. But this time you see there's enthusiasm, you're ready to go, you have the experience, you're not a little puppy anymore, you have more knowledge and wisdom, and here you are, the 3 of Cups, out with your squad, having fun, doing a lot of partying, you've been enjoying yourself. You basically, I get the sense from the past that you dealt with this loss, this breakup, by throwing yourself into parties and friends and doing what a lot of people do when they're trying to start over. You want to feel better, and I feel that you've had a lot of fun, and right now you're finding this sense of balance. Perhaps you overdid it a little bit. Perhaps the fun is off. Now I get the sense here that you're dealing now with the fallout of a lot of the relationship breakups, the pain, the sadness from the past. And because the Lovers is here in your subconscious, I feel like it's something that's still really bothering you. It's something that's very much on your mind. It's something that you want, a new relationship. You're looking for something new. You're looking for something more stable. You're looking for, you're just looking forward to love. You're looking forward to feeling that sense of knowing what to do and completion. It's like a completion feeling here that you want. And that's why we have the Temperance here. She's balancing this water, and it's going from the past to the future. You're trying to find that sense of balance now. You're trying to find that sense of equilibrium in your life. And I get a lot of you are probably trying to get healthier. Maybe you're drinking more water or doing more exercise. You're trying to watch what you eat. You're trying to live a little bit of a cleaner lifestyle. Maybe you're going to bed earlier. You're trying to find a sense of peace and balance in your life because, you know, you did what you needed to do to get past this, you know, breakup of whatever kind of breakup that it was. And now you're trying to find a sense of peace in your life again. And with the Lovers in your subconscious, it's something that you can't let go of what was. And you're trying to make sense of it, and you're trying to understand it, or you're trying to simply move forward from it. And now when we go into the future here, into your next chapter, we have the Five of Pentacles and we have the King of Wands. There's a sense that you feel a little bit trapped in your situation. Like you've maybe, so for this is going to be for some of you that you've been partying and you've been having fun, but you don't feel fulfilled from it. Like you didn't get the kind of happiness and closure. You had fun, you enjoyed yourself, but now you're feeling that emptiness feeling. Like moving forward, you're worried about not being able to find that, you know, partner or friendship or relationship again. So it's a sense of fear, and there's a sense of here that you will be challenged here. That some relationships in your life in this next chapter are going to be cleared out further. Or rather, you're going to feel tested in your relationships. But don't be afraid of that. I feel, though, that mostly this is about mindset. And the fact that you're here with Temperance shows me that you are really trying to balance your life. And balancing your life, you're going to start to look at your friends and who's been in your life. And going forward, you're going to start clearing house a little here, I feel. Like you're going to start clearing away a lot of the clutter of anything in your life that feels like it's not healthy for you anymore. So that could be certain people, certain friends. And it's not that they're bad people or they're toxic people, or maybe you had fun with them, but they're just not on your same wavelength anymore. So if you look here, she's got this wavelength. You're looking for somebody who's on, or a group of people or friends or a job or whatever it is. You're looking for something that's on your wavelength. And if we go forward here with the King of Wands, you're going to find a real sense of inner power and inner strength. You're going to be I really sense in the future, after you've gone through this process of clearing, you're really going to feel a sense of power, of inner power, inner strength that you've never known before. And you are going to lead the way in your own life. And as some of you, it will be finding your own job. Entrepreneurial kind of, working for yourself. You're going to take that leap of faith. And some of you, it will simply be that you don't need to have necessarily a relationship with others to feel whole. Like you're going to feel whole on your own, and other people will come to you and want to be with you simply because you have this great sense of confidence. Like you don't need anybody. I think that's where it's coming to now. Perhaps there's a bit of a codependency thing, and now you're moving forward. You're realizing that I'm good on my own. I don't need someone else. Just having somebody else is like, a little extra nourishment in my life. It's like adding a little extra vitamins that it's spice up your life. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody who compliments you, who is on your same wavelength. And we have here going forward the Moon and the guidance. This is really getting into those fears. It's letting go of those fears of being alone. I really sense with the Five of Pentacles, you're going to be facing that fear of being alone. And what's coming from that is this King of Wands power energy, like a real powerful energy that's coming your way. And that's what you're going to find. So really embrace this time in your life, because it's leading you to a really powerful place, You're going to feel so strong. All the work you're doing right now with the Temperance and feeling good and feeling strong, and maybe you're not doing it yet, but you're thinking about it. So I highly suggest, if that's what you're thinking about, to do that. Like do what you need to do to find that sense of balance and peace in your life, because going forward, you're going to find yourself somewhat tested about or feeling that sense of loss from, feeling alone. You're going to be facing that fear of feeling alone. And in the end, you're not going to feel afraid. You're going to be strong in yourself. That moon card coming in here to say that you will find that sense of clarity and strength within yourself. And you won't be so afraid of not being able to see what's ahead. And you won't be so afraid of being alone, because you'll realize that you are strong on your own, and that other people coming into your life must complement you and not take from you, deplete you. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards to see what other messages we have here. We have to the sea, but in reverse. So again, that's that message of feeling like you are stuck, like you're not in flow. And that's what you're trying to do right now. You're trying to find that flow. You will find that flow. Okay, so absolutely. And Temperance is a major arcana card. This is a big life change that you're going through right now. You're changing your life because you really want peace now. You really want to resolve the past. You really want to resolve your issues with, feeling like, the pain and the sadness from the relationships, and that you don't need to depend so much on other people for happiness, that you can find that from within yourself. You are strong within yourself. Next we have, there's vacuuming. And I've mentioned this in other readings. If this vacuuming shows up in my videos, it's up above me. That's a disruption. And that's the thing. You're going to have some disruptions. That's why this Temperance, finding that balance right now, is so important. That's the to the sea in reverse. You're going to find in the Five of Pentacles that you're kind of blocked in certain ways. But just know that that's for your highest good, because you are going into a power place. Power. I feel a lot of power and strength in this pile. Like, really, truly, this group has a lot of potential here. And you've already realized a lot of that potential. Don't get me wrong. You're all very strong people, and a lot of you know it. And now you're finding that again. You're sort of finding your footing again. So we have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. So as I was saying before, going forward with this Five of Pentacles, you will find that you're going to have to face certain fears that you long held or worries, so that you can overcome them, so you can be stronger. And just as a personal reference in here, I've gone through that myself pretty intensely for the past few years. I've lost all the friends that I thought I had gained because I realized a lot of them were not good. They were bullies, or they were secretly jealous. There was a lot of problems. And these are the things that pop up over time when you have friends and you realize, okay, they're not really aligned with me anymore. I need to find people who are more on my wavelength, who are also strong and comfortable within their own skin. They don't need to compete with me. They don't need to feel jealous of me, because they're happy in themselves. And those are the people that you are going to attract in your life. But you first have to become that person yourself. Okay. Next, contact. So this card is funny. When I was shuffling and coming out with this card, I kind of got distracted in my head a bit, and I pulled this card out and I thought, okay, I'm going to reshuffle because I think I was a bit distracted. And then, so I did, I reshuffled and I just concentrated, and the card came out again. So it really wanted to come out. So contact here is simply talking about there's some closure that you need in your life. And you're either going to be contacted by somebody from the past. So maybe that old ex is going to be coming back. Or maybe you feel the urge to contact that old ex. Whatever the case is, like, there's the sense of closure that you feel that you need. And either that person will be contacting you and you're going to have to hold strong, or you're going to have to contact them, or some kind of a closure. So if somebody contacts you, take that as an opportunity perhaps for you to overcome whatever, negative thoughts and feelings are stuck in your heart. So you can let that out and you can finally move on. Maybe you need a good talk with somebody. And this could be a mother for some of you. I feel that mother, a parent, a relationship in the family that maybe you need to talk to them and resolve something. There's a sense of needing to resolve something from the past So contact is going to be somebody from your past, I feel, is going to be coming forward to talk to you. And it would be a good time. That's a good time for you to either put up your boundaries and say, no, I'm done with this, or have the conversation so that you can really overcome whatever, pains and sadnesses might still be stuck in your heart. The other side to this for some of you would be that you feel that urge to contact somebody. Now you have to use your own intuition. Is this urge to contact somebody from a kind of a self-destructive place or a needy place, or is it because you really need closure and you really need to talk to them? So if you feel the need to contact somebody, do so with caution is what I want to say here, because you don't want to be contacting your ex and feeling worse and getting rejected again. Because I kind of feel some of you want to see if that person is still thinking about you or whatever. And I think it's your time right now to let that go and find your own sense of peace here. Finally, with these, we have stillness. And it's a swan. And that's what I feel with the temperance, that you're going to feel stuck, but it's not. It's this time for you to really make yourself strong and beautiful that you already are, but it's for you to realize it. And sometimes we have to go through some challenges so that we can realize that. And so you're probably feeling that now, but this is a sense of going forward. This next chapter, just so you understand, is truly the King of Wands. That is you overcoming this, any kind of dependency or fears you have of being alone. And this is you really coming into your own and feeling strong. So hold on to that, because that is for sure your next chapter of your life is really exciting for you. Okay. It's a really exciting time. You're going to feel so much more peaceful, so much more balanced. You're going to have this sense of just contentment is what I feel. Content just with yourself. And so give yourself some time to find that. So I'm going to take one more card here. This is the self-care cards. Let's just see how you can give yourself a little bit of comfort and self-care at this time. Okay. All right. So group one, how does group one need to, how do you need to, there we go. Oh, abundance planning. Look at that. Oh, this also fell over too. Connect with your ancestors. So abundance planning here in this stillness, in this time, this is again, you creating your own, realizing that you can support yourself, that you can live your own life, that you don't need other people to support you, that you are a self-sustaining person here. And that is going to come from planning out right now. When you have this time, if you're feeling like you're kind of in a flux, when you're stuck, this is a good time to really think about what your next steps are going to be. What do you want? Journal it. What do you want to write it down? Think about those things. And then we have here, connect with your ancestors. It's a great time to meditate and try to connect with past loved ones, or it could also be somebody maybe died before you had a chance to really say something that you needed to say. Maybe this is a time now to do that. There's lots of different ways you can communicate with your ancestors. I recommend that you look it up and figure it out for yourself, what resonates with you. But I find just simply meditating, closing my eyes, and putting somebody in my heart that passed away, or simply with the intention of connecting with my ancestors and allowing that to take me where it needs to go. All right, so here is your reading for the next chapter in your life. It looks really great. You're going to find some real peace here, real sense of self-reliance, real strong person that you're becoming. This is great. This is good news. It's all good news. Thank you so much for joining me, Group 1. Please do subscribe to my channel, because I'd like to have you back. And so it supports me as a creator. It keeps me going on the channel so I can keep coming back. I love doing these readings. So does liking and commenting and sharing. So do give it a like if you like this. And let me know if this resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye now. Hi, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. All right, so for the sake of time, I have spread your tarot cards out, chose the Muse Tarot deck by Chris Ann. In this reading, we're going to be looking at the next chapter of your life. Okay, so with these cards, we have the tarot spread, and then we have the oracle cards I'm going to look at later. But for now, in the middle we have the Eight of Materials, which is the Eight of Pentacles. That is where you are right now. This is the present. These two cards represent the past. This one is in your subconscious, your unconscious, something you're not aware of. These two are your future, and up here we have a bit of guidance. So what I'm really feeling strongly for this group is that you suffer from a bit of feeling like things aren't going to work out for you, or feeling like you've been struggling and it's just not happening. Feeling like there's something you really want. You want great things for yourself, but you feel like you don't know how to achieve them. You thought you did, but now you're wondering if you really do. So there's a sense of needing to feel worthiness, okay? So we have Eight of Materials. This is you right now working really hard at mastering your craft. So there's something that you're working on right now and you're putting your all into it. We go way up here though to the Ten of Voices. There's a bit of a message here of don't be all work, no play. Like really watch out for putting too much of your focus in on achieving and not enough of yourself, like spending time in nature, spending time with friends or family. So you want to have a balance in your life. That's just a side message. Mostly what I sense here is that you've been struggling. We come back here to the Justice card. You're a very fair person. You're honest. You're very honest. And I think some people have taken advantage of that honesty. And so with the King of Inspirations here, what I really got a sense of from this card is that you have been maybe watching, because I know I have, and a lot of people do, watching a lot of those videos that are like, here's how I became successful. Here, take this course and I'll show you how to do what I did. So maybe you've been doing that. And you just haven't really found that place that you want to be at yet. Maybe you have, I sense that you have some success here in the past, but it's not quite what you thought. And with the Justice card, I feel like you're starting to learn more about yourself. And I feel like you've learned a lot about yourself along the way, a lot of what you want, what you don't want, what you're willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate. And that also how people might be, again, taking advantage of you, taking advantage of your good nature. You're very honest, I feel, in business. And that might be something that you have had to face, is this you know, because there's a lot of dishonesty in business. There's a lot of like one-upping and a lot of, stepping on top of other people to get to where you need to go. But you don't have that in you. That's not you. You're not that kind of a person. So perhaps you're struggling a little bit with a sense of strength from within and a sense of confidence in yourself, because you might be looking at other people who are willing to do these things that you're just not willing to do. Like you're not willing to lie, you're not willing to cheat. And so for you though, that might make it take longer than you expect. And so it might be breaking your confidence a little bit, because you feel like you don't have what it takes that other people have to be their own boss and to make a lot of money and be successful, because you feel like you're just kind of a pushover and you're too honest. And that's not true. I feel here, though, that you are learning about boundaries. You are learning about who you let into your space, who you do business with, because this is how we learn. We get burned, okay? All of us. We all learn that. And being honest is a good thing. Being an honest business person will get you far in the long run, as long as you have boundaries, as long as you aren't allowing the snakes near you. And I think that's what you're learning. And you're really working on your craft. You're working on yourself so that you are the master. You are mastering yourself so that you have that. And that is, you're very talented and you're very skilled. And that's not, and nobody can take that from you, okay? No one's going to take your talents and your skills. They might have tried to, in the past, do things. I get the sense of perhaps you've had problems with your social media. Maybe somebody hacked your account. Maybe somebody has duped you, copied you. Maybe you've dealt with people who are jealous, who have tried to sabotage you. you've been dealing with some stuff, but all of those things, as horrible as they are, they're how you learn what kind of people are in this world and how they do business and how to avoid them. So you had to learn some lessons, but the message really coming here going forward now, because we have 9 of emotions, which is 9 of cups, which is she's a genie coming out of a bottle here with all of her wishes, and 2 of inspiration. You're going to have a lot of options. A lot of what's in your heart and everything that is what you're dreaming of is going to come to you because you're working hard, and people will recognize your talents, and you're going to have in the future a clear vision of where you want to go forward. You're going to have the sight on, because right now I feel like you don't really know, like you're kind of working on your skills. Pardon the vacuuming ahead of me. The vacuuming is there, and that's a part of it, and that's a part of life. We get disrupted. Nothing is perfect. And so watch out for perfectionism too, like feeling like I can't put my stuff out there, it's not perfect. Like this video, I could be like filming this and thinking, well, there's vacuuming and there's noise, I can't put this video out, people will hate it. Well, I'm gonna film anyway because it's not that disruptive, and it's okay, you can hear me. It'll be okay. So I mean, that's what I'm saying here is like, don't get caught up in perfectionism, because it'll just stall you. You'll just be frozen in not being able to move forward, and not being able to see the path forward, because you're going to be so stuck on, this has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. It does not need to be perfect. We learn as we go. If you look at even my old videos, they're not good, because I had to start somewhere, and everybody has to start somewhere, and you don't start good, you grow. Okay. But that's not true. Yes, you can start good. Absolutely. You can start good, but you will get better. No matter where you start at, even if it's terrible to up to good, you will always get better, because you're learning your craft as you do it. But when you do it in a public way, like on social media, people see over time that, you are developing your skills, your craft, your style. And that's where you're at right now. You're developing that. So give yourself some patience and time. Try not to let the haters in, and do have some boundaries, some real strong boundaries, not just for others, but for yourself. That, you have a real balance between work life and rest, that you're resting, that you're connecting to your higher self, that you're taking time to really work on your own needs, and so that you're not throwing so much of yourself into work, because that can burn you out later. That can lead to heartache and 10 of voices. So the 10 of voices too is telling me here, this is guidance, by the way, in the future, showing me that you are coming out now of a very difficult cycle. All of the crap that you've had to deal with in the past is coming to an end. You are finally going to start to see some flow and some movement. I'm just going to press this pause until this vacuuming passes a little. All right, so there might still be some disruption from the vacuum, but what I did was I went and had a drink, and I had a little snack, and then I came back. And that's sort of the way I'm getting the sense of with this reading, is that like you're working really hard, but don't forget to take care of yourself. Like take breaks, and if things feel really stuck, if you're just can't seem to move forward and everything's working against you, then just take a break, take a pause, and do some other things. Okay, so yeah, and going back here to the Fool, we have in your unconscious, you really want a fresh start. You want to start over. You want something new. You want to go on a new adventure. And you will. You absolutely will. The future is looking like, you can have whatever you want to have. Just put your mind to it. Put your mind to it and know that it's coming. Know that it's coming. You have to trust. I know it's been hard for you because you've had your trust really shattered in the past. People have broken your trust. And so now you're like, okay, I don't know what I can do moving forward now. But you have all the skills and all of the talent, and everything is in you. You can absolutely be successful. And let's take a look at these so we can go on with the reading. But I just wanted to really emphasize the fact here with that 10 of voices coming out as a guidance card. It's letting you know that the difficult part of your life is over, and now you're going to be moving more into the planning stages of things, and you're going to start to be able to plan and make, you're going to start to see like your vision board actually start to come to life. You're going to start to see all these things that you've been thinking about finally coming to you. It's like, finally, because look at this one. To the sea. Now, this is again, the first pile had this, but they had it in reverse. You have it straight up. You are in flow. We have the 8 of materials in here, the to the sea, that tells me you are in flow. You know where you're going now. You know where you're going. If you don't yet, you will, because you're working really hard at it. And so, going forward, you're going to start to see things coming your way. A lot of synchronicities, a lot of chance meetings and things like that. You're going to start to have more flow happening in your life. You're going to feel more at ease. So you feel good about that, because, things are going to get better for you. Conclusions are within reach. So yeah, you're going to start to finally see your path ahead. And I feel like it's been murky because of the fact that you've, again, with that justice, wanting this new start, but keep finding, people who might be trying to compete too much with you or betray you or just take advantage of your honesty. You've had a hard time seeing ahead. But these conclusions are coming in reach, and look at this, it's an eclipse. I think we're in eclipse season right now. So, but if anytime you're watching this video, look for the next eclipse as a time that'll be really powerful for you about things coming into light and seeing clearly. Next we have worthy. So that's what that 9 of emotions there. It's like knowing you can have whatever you want to have. You can create the life that you want. It is there. It is waiting for you. Believe in yourself, because you are talented. You are skilled. You've been working on this. You will get what you deserve. And you deserve is a really great life and a lot of success. And you will have that. Just believe in yourself. Make sure to keep believing in yourself. Don't let the bastards get you down. That's what I want to say. I know you're honest and people are taking advantage of that, but going forward, that's not going to happen as much, especially if you really have that confidence in yourself. Gateway. Look at that. This card came out and I thought, with this 9 of Wands, you're going to have opportunities coming to you that you didn't even think you could get. It's like, what? And your worthiness might be tested there. You might be thinking like, well, I can do that? Yes, 100%. Have confidence. Know that the craziest things, like the whole new path is coming because you want it. It's in your subconscious. You want this. So something new is coming, and believe that you deserve it, because you do. Okay? All right. So I'm going to take a self-care card to see what self-care advice you need. But yeah, if you look at the gateway card, it's a unicorn. It's like this beautiful place. It's like your future is not even what you can even imagine right now. It's beyond your imaginings. And so believe in that. Believe in that. Because, like, for instance, I always wanted to have children, and I had 2 kids, and I always had a vision in my mind of the kind of kids that I had. They were like that, but they were beyond my expectations. My kids are way beyond my expectations. They're way more beautiful and wonderful than I ever could have imagined. And that's kind of, how life is. It's like you want something so badly, and then it comes and it's like, this isn't even what I expected, A lot of the time you get something you didn't expect. And you're like, what? Where did this come from? And then it's beyond your wildest imagining. So that's how I feel for you here. Nope. Okay, so let's see. What self-care advice you need right now? We have connect with Earth. Okay, that's what I felt with that 10 of voices, that, you're working hard, but, you really want to take care of yourself. You want to make sure that you're balancing out things. You're making sure that you are connected to and working with your higher self, with spirit guides, with God, if that's what you believe, whatever it is you believe, nature, just you're connected to the earth and you're grounded in the earth. And that's where your confidence and your love will come from, and your conviction to know that being honest is the best path. Being a good person is the best path. You don't have to be so cutthroat in business. You don't want that for yourself. I know this. But, you don't need to be that way. Just because other people are doesn't mean that you need to be that way. Stay true to you, because you're beautiful, you're talented, you will have everything you want and more. Just believe in yourself. It's coming, okay? The difficult times are passing and good things are coming. All right, thank you so much for joining me, Group 2. Please do subscribe to my channel. It supports me as a creator, and I get to know you, and I love doing these readings, and I want to keep coming back to do these readings, and I like, comment, and share if you so would like to, because it would also help me as a creator. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again. Bye now. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. All right, so for today's reading, we're looking at the next chapter of your life and what's coming next. You know, we're closing out one chapter, going into the next ones, taking a peek at what you can expect. You've chosen the Light Steers Tarot deck. And before you, I have the cards that I've pre-selected for time, because I'm a mom of 2 kids and I only have so many hours in the day. So I pre-selected them so that it would be faster. But you can see here in the middle, we have the present, past, and your subconscious, going forward, and some advice. And up here is some oracle cards we're going to look at the end. Okay, let's jump in. Right in the center here, we have the Emperor. This is letting me know that you're strategizing at the moment. You're thinking of better ways to move forward. There's a real nervous energy in this pile, and it's coming back from the Ten of Swords in your past here. You've been through some shit. I'm not gonna lie, you've been through some difficult, really difficult things. You're not trusting anymore. There's a real sense of your sense of trust has been shattered. And I really feel like profound sense of loss here. That's really shattered your self-confidence, but you're not giving up. I feel you're not a quitter. You have the Magician here. You know your own power. You know it. That's why we have the Emperor sitting here in the strategizing, sitting here in the middle, sitting on a moon, it looks like. And it looks like an eclipse moon. So it's like, again, we're in eclipse season, and so whenever you're reading this, if it's eclipse season, this is something that is a powerful time for you as well. I say that because Group 2 had the same kind of message, but the Emperor here is sitting in the middle of the reading is letting me know that you're very much in strategy mode. You're very much feeling more empowered and control of your life, or rather you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to get that sense of power and control back into your life. Over though here with the Devil and the self-conscious, you're really battling your own inner demons, your own inner saboteur, you know, that part of you that just is a negative side. You're just like constantly, you can't do that. You're not going to go there. You're never going to complete that. You're worthless. There's a real sense of nasty words you tell to yourself. And perhaps that's from words that other people have told you in the past. You're dealing with some stuff from the past that is stuck in your subconscious, and it's sabotaging you a little bit here. And that's why you're kind of coming up with strategies and ways to move forward to get over it. And I feel like you are really working. You're the Magician. You know that you create your own life. You know that you create. This isn't not your first kind of, what's the word, dog and pony show. I forgot what the name of that is, but you're not your first rodeo here. You know, you've been through this before. And you're coming out of a really difficult time, like a dark night of the soul, perhaps, or just a difficult time in your life where you've had to learn to be more self-reliant. You've really had to learn to deal with your own self here. And it's with the Devil in the subconscious and the Seven of Swords here in your guidance moving forward. I really strongly feel that this is a strong message of don't doubt yourself and be honest with yourself. Be real. Move forward with integrity for yourself and integrity with others. Because going forward, we have the Sun, beautiful card. It's saying like, you need to stand in your own light. You are very much a bright shining star. You're warm and loving, and people love that about you. They're drawn to you for that reason. And you gather your strength from the Sun as well. I feel like you're probably, not sun worshippers, but you maybe the seasonal depression gets to you a little bit in the dark seasons. You really come to life when it's the summertime. But I also feel too here that it's a sense of put your feet in the grass, like get some vitamin D from the sun, really stand in your own power, stand in your own light. Know that you deserve these things, and you don't have to be sneaky. You don't have to be, worried about the people from before who have caused you nothing but grief. I feel like there's snakes, nasty people. I really feel that you've dealt with a lot of people. If we have the Five of Wands going forward, again, there's a sense of competition. In the Emperor too, you're trying to strategize out of this competitiveness. But I feel like you really just need to compete with it's just yourself here. Nobody's competing with you. It's within you. It's something, the next chapter of your life is you coming to terms with the fact that you are so wonderful, so bright, and so powerful. It's like you're having to now, going to the next chapter of your life, own your own power and be very responsible with it. So there's a sense of needing to be more responsible. That's why in your unconscious you have the devil, because we all have those tendencies that to self-sabotage or to, think negative thoughts about ourselves. We all do that, but you're consciously working on that now, or rather this is saying, like, really work on that. Work on your thoughts, work on how you think, get yourself out of that dark place and into the sunlight. Bring it all into light. The sun is a disinfectant kind of a thing. Like bring it all out, because that's what you're going to be doing now. Moving forward, you're far more in control. Like, I feel this sense of real control coming now, that you can finally overcome some things that you've been really battling in yourself. Because I feel that this isn't like the strategic sense. It might come from the fact that you are somebody who's trying to build something like a business or a career or whatever it is, but more so it's you. It's this self-confidence within yourself. It's competing with yourself, being better than you were the day before, overcoming your demons, overcoming your dark side, and overcoming the past and the people that have tried to hurt you from before, and realizing here with the Seven of Swords that you don't need to feel like that people are out to get you anymore. You need to feel more in control, and you need to allow yourself to shine. I think that you've been hurt, that you're. So look here. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords, and she's walking in the sundress she's got on the beach. So she is walking away now towards the light, towards the beach. She's feeling more free. And here, it's almost like she's wearing the same thing. It's a similar dress, similar woman, standing in the light of the sun and feeling better. This infusion of happiness and joy is coming back to you, okay? And I think you feel that now. You're starting to feel more in control of your life. You're starting to sense that the darkness is really leaving you. And you're just kind of having to battle those old demons from before, because when we go through like a long period of difficult times, you're really struggling, that can really damage your subconscious. It can really damage you. You start to think that you're not worthy. You lose your confidence. You feel like, you don't deserve things. And when you don't feel like you deserve things, you purposely sabotage them. And I think going forward, you're really going to start to look at that. The Five of Wands is friendly competition. It's more about learning strategy. It's very much about strategy. It's about you learning a new strategy that will be more helpful and beneficial to you, so that you feel strong, so that you feel like you are in control of your own life. And going forward, you're going to learn better strategies, and you're going to let go of the devil in your head and in your heart, who's constantly there picking at you. Pick. The anxiety is leaving. Okay, you're going to start to feel a lot better. I feel that you're coming into your own, like you're really feeling strong. You're feeling this sense of power, this inner strength, like your next chapter is you feeling way more happy and way more in control and freer. And you're letting go of those old attitudes. And that's that Seven of Swords. Let go of the old attitudes that were learned from others. You don't have to sneak around. You can shine bright. It's safe. It's safe for you to shine bright. Okay. So let's take a look at your oracle cards and see I also feel too with the Seven of Swords. Now, the swords is air energy in this, and it's represented by crows. And we see here the Seven of Swords, like the air. It's like a sense of protecting yourself from the nastiness and the actions of others, because you've had to deal with it before. But a lot of it has to do with yourself, and keeping the negativity away, so that you're more strong, and learning better coping mechanisms, and learning better strategies for feeling more confident and going after your dreams, and standing in your own beautiful light. Okay, go the distance. Yeah, first of all, you're not a quitter. That I get, because you have the Magician here. I just feel you're not a quitter. You're going to keep going. Nothing's going to stop you. And that's coming through in this reading. It's like, don't give up. It's coming. Like, this beautiful sun, this beautiful light coming into your life is coming. And you might have to deal with some jealousy from other people. I think that's just, you might be one of those people, I am too, that kind of attracts others that are jealous. And I've had horrible bullies in the past couple of years doing awful things. So I relate, okay? And I can totally relate. And this is a theme that you kind of have to deal with in your life and overcome. And that might be from the mother wound. If you had a mom that was jealous, or even a dad, but I feel more mother wound usually with this kind of a thing. Or maybe your mom was jealous of you and tried to sabotage you. There's some old pattern, old wound that needs coming up to the surface for you to heal now, so that you don't have to worry about that anymore. And you'll stop attracting these assholes who are constantly competing with you and comparing themselves to you, or jealous of you. They'll just not bother you. They'll just won't even be in part of your life. It's all about you feeling more confident in yourself. Okay. Confidence is your key to success. Exactly. That's the new moon in Leo. That's that feeling. That sun, the Leo is the sun. And it's about you standing in your own power and your own light. And okay, so this card, I only pulled out one for each. But as I was shuffling, this card fell on the ground. But it fell face down. And when it falls face down, I don't take it usually. But I looked to see what it was. And so then I'm like, all right, I put it back in the deck. And I shuffled. This one came out. And this one popped out again. So this is nothing will come of this situation. Void of course moon. It really wanted to come out to let you know that those people, the things you're worried about are not going to happen. Okay. And I feel like the worries that you have from this horrible crap that you've been through, and the Seven of Swords, is feeling of defensiveness, like you really have to watch out for other people. And it might even be your own jealousies too that you got to watch out for here as well. Nothing will come of this, okay? Don't worry about those other people. They don't have any power or control over your life. You control your own life. They can only do so much, and they won't be able to, because nothing will come of this. You're protected. Believe that you're protected, because you are vibrational. You don't have to do anything at all. You have this super high vibration. You don't have to raise your vibration. You don't have to be anything. You are already a very higher frequency, higher vibration person. And that's probably why a lot of people feel jealous of you, because you do kind of radiate this glow that other people want to have, but they can't seem to get for themselves. So they might try to sabotage you all the time, and that has caused you some grief in the past. And then that also makes that you sabotage yourself. Maybe now you're jealous of others. A lot of stuff, like goo and gunk, that's coming out and releasing, so that now you realize, damn it, I am powerful, I'm strong, and I can create anything. I create my own life. I can have whatever I want to have. I just have to believe it. And that is where you're heading now. You're heading into this real sense of strength and knowing who you are. Forgiveness. So this is letting go of those people that hurt you, forgiving them for not having the strength themselves to overcome their own crap. And forgiving yourself if you reacted badly, if you've been jealous of other people. So jealousy is a natural emotion. It's a natural feeling. We all feel jealous. If you're If you see a friend of yours, somebody doing better than you, especially if you've been working a long time on something and they have barely done it and they just suddenly are just taking off. Everybody has a season. Everybody has their own time. You can be happy for them and keep all of your jealousy inside. Don't act on it. That's the key. Don't act on it. Don't tell them that you're jealous. Don't tell them they don't deserve it. That's not for you to decide. That is not your place. Your place is to worry about yourself. And it's a lesson I've had to learn too. I've felt jealousy towards others. I've just never acted on it. Because I've had so many people act on it towards me. I know how bad that feels. I just let it go. I realize, you know what? I am jealous. I do feel negative feelings about this. It makes me unhappy because I want this for myself. But I am glad that they have it too, right? It's okay to feel those things. It's not okay to act on them. That's the difference. And if people are acting that way towards you, just forgive them because they can't help themselves. They've got their own problems. Just let it go. And if you've been acting that way, forgive yourself and do better now. And realize that you don't have to be jealous of other people. Your time will come when it's meant to come. Okay? And it will come. You're just this high vibing person. You're pretty good at that. And I think this being that you're such a high vibing person, nothing will come of this situation here. It's like you are kind of anxious. Maybe you deal with a lot of anxiety. Maybe you have an anxiety disorder even. And so this card is just there to reassure you that nothing will come of that. You are meant to have everything you want. Just believe in it and let go of that need to compete. All right. We have. So the next chapter basically is you coming in and stepping into your light and feeling your own strength and power of knowing who you are and feeling completely in control and not having to deal with these haters and jealous people anymore. That's amazing. I am so happy to give you that message because I think you really need to hear that. So now I'm going to give you a self-care message here. A way you can care for yourself. Let's see what we have. We have connect with your womb. Ooh, okay. So for those of you that are women watching this is the mother wound. That's what I feel. Okay. Yeah, this is the mother wound. About jealousy. It's time to heal that and let that go. And some of you might be trying to get pregnant too and having a difficult time. So this is about you connecting to your womb and loving your body, whether it can or cannot get you pregnant, but really loving yourself, loving who you are, loving your origin story here. So for men who are watching this and are like, I don't have a womb, you came from a womb. And it's to appreciate that womb that you came from. And it's to appreciate all of the mothers, including your own, even if they weren't good. They did bring you here, for better or for worse. It's like, I know how, the mother wound can be hard. But this is about you healing that now. Okay, last one. Write a gratitude list. Yes. Okay. Again, with the mother wound here, what are you grateful for in your life? What are the good things in your life? What are you proud of? What are you happy about? This is really going to help you move forward and help you get past this devil energy and the Seven of Swords, kind of like worried and anxious about people who's trying to take things from you because they have in the past. And getting past this Ten of Swords, you've been through a lot. You're not here to live an ordinary life, okay? Let me just tell you that right off the bat. You are not here to live an ordinary, plain old life. You are here to do big things. Big things is whatever you define that to be, okay? Everyone's different. Whatever you define big things to be, you're a mover and a shaker. That's what you're here to do. Those people don't live comfortable lives, okay? You're not here to live a comfortable life. You're here to be challenged. You're going to be challenged a lot because you're here to do more. So expect to be challenged continually going forward. However, know that you are so powerful in yourself that you are hugely protected. You are hugely powerful. You attract things to you that you vibrate out. So if you are sitting in your devil energy thinking, well, I'm this and I'm that, you're going to start attracting those people and those things to you that are going to take advantage of that. But if you are sitting in that, I'm powerful, I'm strong, I deserve better, I will not be taken down, I will not be hurt, I know who I am, then you are going to attract people who also align with that too. You will attract situations that are better for you. Okay. That's what I needed to say. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to have you back. So subscribe to this channel. It supports me as a creator, as does liking the video, sharing and commenting. All these things help me as a creator. Thank you so much for joining me. You are powerful. Let's hear you roar. All right. Bye.